Welcome to the Happiness Effect. It's a beautiful day here in South Florida. I hope you're having a great day. I hope the happiness effect is in full force in your life and you're seeing the good all around you, because it really is. There is abundance all around us. And throughout this book, I will say this 100 times. Get your body right, get your mind right, to get your life right. When your body's healthy and is getting the natural nutrients that it needs, and your mind is happy and you're seeing the positive side of all events in your life, abundance will flow right into your life without you doing anything at all. It's the way the world is designed. It's the way the universe works. There's really not even any trick to it. If your body's healthy and your mind's happy, abundance flows into your life and you'll begin to see things that you never saw before. And that's really what the happiness effect is about. Simple life shifts that can create massive gains in your health, happiness, and abundance. So hopefully, if you stick around with me through the whole 31 chapters, your life will be so happy, your body will be so healthy, and abundance will just overwhelm you. And that's really a cool thought, because who doesn't want abundance in your life? We all want more money. We all want more things. And we all know that things and money don't make us happy. We've heard that before. I'm not the first person to tell you that. So we all strive to get rich and to be famous and to have things, because things make us happy. And sure they do. Things are cool, man. I like things. I want things. I want more money. I'm just like you. The key, though, is to see the positive side of things. Eat natural foods, get your body right, think positive thoughts, get your mind right, and the abundance just comes to you. You can stop wanting it because it's going to show up. And it's not that it shows up, it's already there. You just start to see it. It's a mindset, it's a shift. Whatever you want to call it, the happiness effect is a simple life shift. And hopefully I'm going to teach you that, and we're going to bring everybody up to a super high happiness level, and we'll be smiling, goofy, and grinning everywhere we go. The world will be a better place. Sounds crazy, I know. Anyway, today and the next couple days, we're going to do chapter 3, which is my story. Chapter 4 is how I went from where I was to where I started to get to where I am today. So chapter 3 and 4 I'll probably release on the same day, because they kind of go together. And it's really my story, some of the challenges I faced, and what really drove me to begin looking for a new life. And all of us are like that. We all need a catalyst, something that pushes us over the top to make us make the changes in life. And you don't have to wait till you get punched in the face by the universe, God, the creator, source, whatever. You don't have to wait for that punch in the face. You can start changing your life today because you know it's the right thing to do. And later in the book, we'll talk about gut feelings, and listening to the gut feeling is kind of a very important thing, because we'll get to that later. You'll have to stay tuned. Anyway, I'm here in the park. I've got traffic going by me, so you may get some noise in the background. It's really windy today. The ocean is right to my right. You can't see it from here, but that ocean breeze is blowing in. So hopefully it doesn't affect the video at all. If it does, leave some comments below, because I need some comments. Nobody's talking. I need you guys to leave some comments and let me know that you're there. Share a story, share something positive in your life, share a health food that you know is the key to everyone else's success. This is for all of us, this is not just for me. I wrote the book because I needed to get some things out that I know can help people. And helping people makes me feel good. Just like when you help somebody cross the street, that makes you feel good, and it makes that person feel good. And when you feel good and you're making others feel good, we're bringing the whole world up to a different level of happiness. And that's really, and especially in these times, COVID-19 is out there. We got political unrest everywhere, people taking sides. It's kind of nuts. And if we could just bring that happiness effect into our lives, there would be a lot less negativity in the world, maybe to the point that we don't even need the media. And we'll talk about the media and how it's destroying lives every day. I get it, they're there for a reason and they perform a service, but wow, they are full of media. And I think it's chapter 27, so you're going to stick around with me at least till then. You'll learn why you need to turn the TV off and get outside and enjoy this beautiful nature that we have all around us. Wherever you're at, hot, cold, rainy, take 15 minutes a day and get outside and be grateful that you could do that. All right, without much further ado, let's get into chapter 3. Chapter 3 is my story. Every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit. That's a quote from Napoleon Hill, and I suggest you read some of his books. Think and Grow Rich, I believe, is the book I started. And I read it probably 20, 30 years ago, and it didn't mean much to me at the time. It kind of takes positive thought and combines it with business. And so I was thinking that positive thought is this whole magical mystery thing, that if I just think positive, all this great stuff will come to me. And that's partially true, okay? It's partially true. You think and you grow rich. Because you can, but it takes action too. You will have to take some actions. It's not like I can lay on my bed and go, I have $1 million in my pocket, and the magic genie is going to pop out of the bottle and bam, give me $1 million. Now I'm going to have to work for it, because the universe requires us to work for what we want. A plant in nature has to work to grow and tall and provide fruit, or just a beautiful flower for other pollinators or birds. So plants work hard every day. Nature works hard every day. We're no different than that. So if you have goals you want to accomplish, you need to take action steps every single day. And a little step every day will create huge results in the end. Anyway, back to the book. I'm sorry, I get sidetracked. Chapter 3, my story. I am not a doctor or a scientist, nor am I a physicist, dietitian, or herbalist. I am not even a college graduate. I have worked as a loss investigator for 25 years, where I was paid to observe body language and human nature. I am an observer of people and the world around me. I have researched how nature and our lives work together to support each other. For several years, I studied the health benefits of fruit, vegetables, and herbs, and how their nutrients work naturally to balance our bodies without us doing anything other than consuming them. I'm going to stop here. Sorry, I stop a lot. Bear with me. Natural foods and natural nutrients work with our bodies naturally. Okay, when you take a pill that's been synthesized by man, that one pill was designed to have a very specific effect on a very specific part of your body. Boom, I took a pill, I'm going to lower my blood pressure, so that's going to affect my heart. It's not worried about your lungs, it's not worried about your liver and kidneys, it's not worried about your brain, it just wants your heart to beat faster. So that's going to help your heart beat faster, but it's not going to help any other areas of your body. When I eat an orange, and I use this example all the time, that orange is helping my heart, it's helping my lungs, it's helping my liver, my kidneys, my brain, my central nervous system. It's affecting my entire body. And the nutrients in that orange are in the perfect amounts so that it's safe for my entire body, which means I am going to work more naturally. I will be able to find balance by eating natural foods. Where if I'm eating processed foods that have chemicals in them, I'm eating supplements that are just pieces of pills put together in an unnatural way, those are all creating unnatural side effects in our body because it's only helping one small part. And multivitamins, I'm just going to say they're worthless. Don't buy them. It's a waste of money. Most legitimate research sites on vitamins and supplements will tell you mostly what you're taking in a vitamin is filler, and then some chemicals that are not in the same natural amounts that you get when you eat an orange. So natural food is the way to go, definitely. I have also studied with master gardeners who taught me the nutrients that plants need to survive and how to successfully combat plant challenges naturally. Through this self-education, I became a master grower and avid home gardener. Man, if you're not outside and you haven't grown a plant in your life, go out and buy a plant today and grow it and just become attached to that natural life. It's going to bring some feelings of responsibility. That plant, you can either use it as a food, or it's just a flower to make you feel happy, or a plant indoors that helps clean the air. Whatever it is, plant a plant today and let that be part of your journey. Man, it's therapeutic. It's so therapeutic. I have studied with some of the best of today's positive thought mentors, Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard, and many others, learning the importance of creating and maintaining positive momentum in our lives. We are responsible for how our lives are, If you're not happy, it's your own fault. I hope to help change that for you. And it's true, if you're not happy, it's your own fault. You control all of that. And we're going to learn all about that in chapters to come. Over the last several years, while researching the possibilities of happiness through natural health, embracing nature, maintaining positivity, and being grateful, I discovered the secret to a great, healthy, happy, and abundant life. I'm a born-again nature dude who believes in a universe of possibilities, a greater power, a creator or source of all things, and I believe quantum mechanics is beginning to prove that we are all connected at an energy level. And that's true. Read some books on thoughts as vibrations and nature. We are all connected. I mean, we really, really are. We're all different, but we're all connected. We are all here for a purpose, and I believe that purpose is to grow by learning and experiencing life while supporting every other living thing. And I want to add to that, learning, growing, sharing. Those three things seem to be a big piece of the puzzle and a key to our happy life. When you're learning stuff, it gives you confidence because now you know things that others may not know. And that breeds confidence in yourself. You should read a book once a month, a new book once a month. I try to, I don't always accomplish it, but I read something every single day and I try to learn something new every single day. And the confidence that breeds inside of us is, bam, mind-shattering. It really is. Sharing what you learn makes you feel good. And not sharing, hey, look what I know, you need to do this because I learned it in a book yesterday. No, just sharing in a positive, heartfelt way because you want to help someone else. And if they don't get it, it's like when I share cannabis, I'm very passionate about that plant, but not everybody sees it the way I do. So when I try to share how that plant benefits humanity, I try to do it in a way that will create a win-win for both peoples. I don't want to throw it down your throat and say, you need to medicate with this plant because it's going to save your life. Because it may not. It's not for everyone. And eating an orange isn't for everyone. But there is a plant out there that will do the same things that a pill will do. But anyway, so share in a loving way. The information I am sharing works for me, but you might need to adjust parts of the plan because even though we are all connected, we are also all different. Each and every one of us needs to follow our own path. My diet won't necessarily work perfectly for you. You need to be in touch with your body and learn what your needs are. If you are familiar with your own body, you won't be making sacrifices in your diet because when your body gets what it needs and what it really wants, you will feel balanced and happy. Get to know your body and mind. The answers to a perfect life are already programmed into you. And that is so true. Get to know your body. When you're feeling down, your body's craving something. When you're tired, your body's craving something. Maybe it's just craving sleep, but maybe it's because you need to get more nutrients in your body as well. Get to know the signs that your body gives you and then begin to learn how you can naturally improve those areas of your body. There's a lot of ways to do that, and we'll get into that in later chapters, but it's really true. Your body knows what it needs. I'll use this, we're going to talk about this again later, but we'll use sunshine as an example. When you get outside in the sun, your body's getting vitamin D naturally, okay? They put vitamin D in our milk so that we get enough of it. They put vitamin D in cereal. They put vitamin D everywhere. So the FDA, the CDC, the WHO, scientists, whoever, believes that we're not getting enough vitamin D. Well, if you stand outside for 15 minutes and not in direct sun, you can be under a tree in the shade, but 15 minutes outside every day gives you more vitamin D than your body needs. So why are we adding it to all these other things if all you have to do is go outside and embrace nature? Your skin, the majority of us, yes, there are skin issues in the world, certainly, but your skin will adapt to the environment it's in. So if you're worried about getting a sunburn, get outside a little more often because your skin will adapt to the environment that it's in. And we need sunshine, we really do. So don't drink milk because it has vitamin D in it. go outside and embrace the nature. But anyway, your body knows what it needs. So listen to the signs your body gives you. Listen to your gut feelings, because it knows. It just really does. I can't explain it any better than that. Let me tell you my biggest health downfalls so you will know that I am not perfect. I drink one Mountain Dew almost every day. And yes, I do. Mountain Dew, you're going to owe me for this someday, for the endorsement. It's probably the worst soda you can put in your body. I think I've said this already. And I drink one almost every day. I will also eat a breakfast sandwich from a fast food restaurant about once a month. I did this morning actually, and that would be the first time this month. So yeah, about once a month I'll have just because it's easier, in a hurry, and I just go get a breakfast sandwich that's already been prepared. I smoked cigarettes for 40 years, starting when I was 12 years old. I wanted to be cool like the older kids. It definitely is not a cool thing to do. If you're smoking, quit smoking. It's proven fact. It's not good for us. You may not get lung cancer, because this is a crazy fact, but only 10% of smokers get lung cancer. So it's not quite as deadly as the world would make you think that it is, but still 10% of people that smoke, we shut down the world for COVID for about 1% of the population. So 10% of people that smoke get sick. That's a lot in the grand scheme of things. So don't smoke. I spent 30 plus years as a heavy drinker and partier, having abused most party drugs from the 70s and 80s. However, today I try to eat and medicate with what nature provides, while striving to stay positive, happy, grateful, and open-minded. I no longer take synthetic drugs other than an occasional aspirin. I have not taken a pharmaceutical prescription drug since 2016, and that's very cool. Synthetic drugs mess our bodies up. They really do. And I know, and I've said this, many of us have to take prescription drugs just to stay alive. And modern medicine does just that. They do help many people stay alive. But I think we overprescribe synthetic drugs. And for most of us, we can eliminate 99% of the synthetic pills we put in our body, and we should strive towards that goal. So anyway, since 2016, I've been synthetic, pharmaceutical free, and that I've never felt better in my life. It's a great thing. It really is. I do drink an alcoholic beverage about 10 times a year. Maybe 3 times a year I get sort of toasted. Otherwise, stopping at 2 drinks is my routine. You should know that alcohol is very hard on your body and mind. It really is, man. Alcohol, man, I understand how good it makes you feel. It makes me feel great, and I love it too. But it really, really is hard on our bodies. It really is. Even for you professional drinkers out there who scoff at hangovers, I was one once. I really was. I would drink all night, get up and work all day. I scoffed at hangovers. I really did. And wow, alcohol is still hard on your body. Your body and mind take a big hit when consuming alcohol in excess. Even in small amounts, I notice a huge difference. I can have 2 or 3 drinks on a Saturday night, and Sunday my day is pretty gone. I don't really want to do anything. My body just feels really different. So I really have tapered off the alcohol and seldom drink. Probably have lost some friends because of that. Everybody I hung out with, we were all drunks. That's what we did. We drank alcohol and we had fun. Now I have fun without the alcohol. Let me just point that out for you. I do. I don't need the alcohol anymore to have fun. Remember what I said. Your body has to be right before your mind can be right, before your life can be right. And I'm going to say that 100 times, so memorize it now. It is highly recommended that you limit the amount of alcohol you consume. Check out chapter 13 and learn that it's not the alcohol in wine that benefits you, as many people think, but it's really the grapes. Stay tuned. You're going to have to hang out to find out the answer to that one. But it's not the wine, it's the grapes that are healthy. In 2004, I slightly fractured my spine and broke 3 ribs when I fell while cleaning a swimming pool. I did once own a pool company, a pool service company. It was good. I was outdoors every day, made a lot of money, was having fun until I fell. The pain was pretty intense, and I think my pride was hurt as well. I felt old for the first time in my life. Since I still had to work a physical job, I was given hydrocodone for the pain. Now, I had had a couple of surgeries over the years, and I had taken hydro and oxycodone before. Percocet, Vicodin were the two pills I was really big on at the time. But never had I taken it longer than 3 weeks at a time. This time was different. One beautiful sunny day, and it was, man, I can still see the day that this took place. It was a beautiful sunny day, and I was cleaning pools. I was working outside, cleaning swimming pools. I had been taking the pain medication for about 30 days. I was taking hydrocodone, Prozac, and Soma at the time. And I remember thinking to myself, I want to feel like this every day. I never wanted that good feeling to go away. Man, and that's true. The opioid pain pills made me feel good until they didn't any longer. But I was an addict. I was 12 years I was an addict. So I understand why people take drugs. I understand why people drink to excess. Because at the time it makes you feel good until it doesn't any longer. What you're feeling is not real and it's not natural. So you may think that, oh, that pill takes my pain away. The alcohol makes me have a better time. But it's killing you, man, and it's killing you in an unnatural way. And that's what I'm going to try to change. From that day forward, I was hooked. I really was. I was hooked. I felt so good that day that I was like, I'm taking these pills forever. I am taking these pills forever. And that's what my mind said. I was hooked. I wanted to be a drug addict. Not really, but I wanted the feeling that I got from taking opium. I didn't think about the long-term effects. And that's true with so many of us, man. The doctor will give you a pill, and you'll take it, and it temporarily makes you feel better. And now you want to take that pill every single day, all day, because it makes you feel better. But eventually, that happy feeling, it's an unnatural, it's fake. It's not a real happy feeling. That goes away, and then you got to take more pills to keep that feeling there. Well, I can tell you 100% that if you can get the pills out of your life, you step outside in nature for a little bit, and you start eating natural foods. And I'm not saying all day, all I'm going to eat is natural foods. You should, that's probably the best way to live. It's mostly unrealistic in the society we live in the world we live, especially if you live in the cities. It's really unrealistic to always eat natural foods. If you can do it, outstanding, bless you. But the more of that you put in your body and the less the synthetic stuff that you put in your body, the healthier, more natural, happier you're going to be. I didn't think about the long-term effects. I said it and I intentionally thought it. Wait, let me start. I'm going to step back a little bit. From that day forward, I was hooked. I wanted to be a drug addict. I said it and I intentionally thought it. And remember, this is very important. We are tomorrow what we think about today. And you're going to hear every motivational speaker tell you this. You are what you think, and it's 100% true. You think you're a bum, you're going to be a bum. You think you're not rich, you're not going to be rich. You think you're rich, the money will come. If you don't have the finances today, begin seeing yourself having that money, and then start taking steps every single day to bring that abundance into your life. And it'll happen. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take some time, but it will happen. So hang in there. Hang in there. Tomorrow's coming. I used to be a t-shirt in the 70s, I think. I remember this little teddy bear or something was hanging on a tree limb or something, and the saying was, hang in there, tomorrow's coming. It is, man, it's so true. Guess what happened? I became a drug addict. Ask, believe, receive. From that day forward, I was hooked, man. I can picture that day today just like it happened yesterday. I wanted to be a drug addict, felt so good at that time, and I became one. I really did. It works both for good and bad. Although this book is not about recovering from drug or alcohol addiction, it could be used as a starting point. Brothers and sisters, if you're on the opium, the crack, whatever. If you're on drugs, man, it's time to get off of them. It really is. And reading this book is a great place to start because it'll give you a foundation of how to get everything in your life going the right direction. It really will. And so stick around. Read the book with me. For the next 12 years, my addiction to legal opioids spiraled out of control. All the drugs I was taking were prescribed by my team of doctors. I was a legal drug addict, 100%. I was never really told, hey, you should eat better, you should think better, you should live better. No, keep living the crappy life you're living, thinking that it's good, but take these pills because it'll make you feel better. And that's some crazy thinking, man. Change your life. It's not that hard. It's really not. It takes time, it takes some commitment, but fix your life because wow, man, the drugs is definitely the wrong way to go. At one time, I was on 5 different opioids, as well as stomach, nerve, and antidepressant medication. See, this is another thing too, man. When you're taking synthetic pharmaceuticals, for some reason, it screws some things up, and I bet, I don't have a figure for you, but I bet 70-80% of the people that are taking prescription drugs are also taking some form of antidepressant. Prozac, Fluoxetine is the generic name. The minute I started taking drugs, the doctors prescribed Fluoxetine or Fluoxetine or Prozac to counteract the depressive effects of what the opium was doing for me. So you can't just take one pill, man. It's a terrible cycle. This is what happens when taking prescription pain relievers. You start wanting more, and the pain never really goes away. At one time, I was taking 8 different medications daily. I was prescribed 1,080 pills a month. Let that sink in for a minute, man. I was 40 years old, and I was taking over 1,000 pills every month. More than half of those were opium-based. For a fractured spine and some nerve damage that really, yes, it hurt, but I could have healed it so many other ways. And 12 years on pain pills was ridiculous, because I could have exercised more, I could have ate better, I could have thought better, and that pain would have been gone in a year, maybe 2. But not 12, man. Those pills, you start thinking you need more and more and more. Whether you do or not, your mind says you do. And it's a tough cycle to get off. It just really is a tough cycle to get off. So if you're having those issues today, my heart goes out to you. I've been there. Stick along with the book. This may help. You never know. It could get you out of that terrible cycle. During this time, I would over-medicate, as many of you probably have too. Those of you who are watching me and you have a drug addiction or you're taking synthetic pain pills, I'm sure you feel that you need those pills or you can't survive. And when you don't have them, you don't survive. You're useless to everyone. It's just tough. Anyway, during this time, I would over-medicate because I mentally felt that I was always in pain. And by the end of the month, I would run short of pills. Has that ever happened to anybody? You run out of pills because you couldn't wait a full 6 hours before you took your next dose? And that happened every day for 30 days, so now you're 10 pills short? Hang on. I would fight off withdrawal for a couple of days until time for a new month of meds. Now, I have smoked cannabis. Again, keep an open mind, please. The whole cannabis thing, please keep an open mind. Since 1976, and I smoked it now to reduce the withdrawal symptoms. However, at the time, I didn't make the connection that cannabis is medicine. In Chapter 17, I will teach you why cannabis, marijuana, or hemp should be part of everyone's diet. Again, I'm not going to throw it down your throat. I'm just asking that you keep an open mind. There's a reason that marijuana is legal in, I think it's like 40 states now medicinally. Just had an election. I think there's 12 or 14 states that marijuana is now recreationally legal. So the tide is turning, and I'm just asking you to keep an open mind. There's a reason that medical marijuana is becoming legal, because it works. It helps people. It just does. And it helped me unknowingly going through withdrawal. For years, I was on a roller coaster ride of drug and alcohol-induced highs and lack of drug lows. This lifestyle was killing me. After several years of living like this, the drugs did not really help anymore, and I never really felt good. And here's another thing. I don't think I ever felt good when I was taking pills. Yes, I had the high feeling of popping opium, which does make you feel good, but my body, my mind, I was always miserable. I just really was. And the pain, again, the pain never really went away. It was always in the back of my mind. Oh, my back's gonna hurt. I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, I better pop a pill. Oh, I feel good for a little bit. Oh, after a couple hours, nah, my back hurts, I can't do it. It's a freaking awesome, terrible, not awesome, you know I didn't mean awesome. It's a freaking terrible cycle to be on. I was also eating a terrible diet. Most of my food came from the refrigerator section of the grocery store and fast food restaurants. If I couldn't microwave it, I didn't eat it. Fruits and vegetables were not part of my diet. They just really were. I didn't care. I wanted something fast that would fill my stomach up. And really, a lot of times when you're taking pills, you don't want to eat because you want that pill to be more effective. And food can reduce the effectiveness of synthetic drugs. Crazy, man. So I didn't eat, and I pop a pill, shooting my stomach with holes. It was not good. All during this time, my doctors never suggested that I should stop taking opium and start eating healthy. Nope, my doctors would consistently want to increase my dosage of opium or prescribe additional pharmaceutical drugs. You will soon learn how our healthcare system changes your body, and once on synthetic drugs, you will always need more. All of this was taking a serious toll on my mind and body. After my second week-long stay in the hospital for what turned out to be corrosive bleeding ulcers, I knew I needed to change something or I was going to die in a painful way. However, I wasn't mentally ready to stop taking pain pills. My body was ready for me to stop taking pain pills. My body was telling me, you can't go on like this. You are killing yourself. You are going to die a horrible, painful, unhealthy, unhappy death. And you're going to leave loved ones behind because you were drawn by the good feelings that opium gave you, knowing that your body is shot. Stick around. We're going to get to all of this as we go through it. Anyway, I wasn't mentally ready to stop taking the pills. Get your body right, get your mind right, get your life right. During this time, I would play with my prescription dosages and try to beat withdrawal symptoms. My body and mind were never balanced. Man, I was so out of balance, I don't even know how I made it as long as I did. I had no idea that I was out of balance. I had no idea. Thought I was doing everything great until I got away from it, and then my mind was open. It can happen for you too. Then one night, I hit my bottom. I realized that I hadn't planned my end of the month cutback. With only a couple of pills left, I drove to a pharmacy where I sat in the parking lot with a gun. I was working up the nerve to go into the place and rob it. I planned to steal all the hydrocodone and whatever else I wanted. I just couldn't face another week of withdrawal. And this is how bad withdrawal can get. It takes over your mind where you'll do anything for that drug. And if you're in a position or you know someone in a position where they're at that point and they will do anything to get that drug, get that person some help because they need it now. If they're willing to rob and steal to put a drug in their body that's killing them, something's wrong, and we need to get those pills out of their body. So if you know someone in that position, maybe you're in that position, do what it takes today to get off those drugs. Find someone that can help you. Start eating natural foods. Start thinking positive thoughts. Get those pills out of your body. I can't say it any nicer than that. Get the pills out of your body. Find a way, man. Find a way. Find the help. You can do it. After about a half hour of sitting in my car, staring at the building, something in my head clicked. Thankfully, there was no crime committed that day. Nope, no crime, but I went back home, sucked up withdrawal for a couple of days. At that time, I was pretty professional at my withdrawal, so 3 days and I was back to normal. But for 3 days, you're vomiting, your stomach's upset, your skin is crawling, you want to rip your skin off and just get away from life. You feel terrible, can't sleep, can't stay awake. Withdrawal is pretty miserable, man. It's one of the worst things that you can go through. And we do it because we want those pills. So get those pills out of your life. Just get them out of your life, please, please. Anyway, I was pretty scared that I was seriously thinking about stealing prescription drugs. I knew how I had to change. I also knew that change would be a challenge, maybe even a painful challenge, but it had to happen. And that's the end of chapter 3. Thank you for being here. I'm going to stop right there, but I will release chapter 4 the same day that I do this. Watch these 2 chapters together because they really do go together. What do you take away from this? Synthetic drugs they nearly killed me. My doctors nearly killed me, and they thought they were doing what was best for me. That opened my mind, okay? That maybe our doctors are taught the wrong things. Maybe we've gotten away from natural lifestyle that keeps us from having to have synthetic pills. I guess that's my big takeaway from this. If you're on synthetic drugs, and you have to be, try to wean off some of those so you're not on so many of them. If you're on pain pills, try to find other ways to reduce the pain in your body. There are ways to do it naturally. There really are. And my heart goes out to you because I know what it's like to go through withdrawal. I know what it's like to feel the need that I have to have this pill or I can't survive in this world. Do whatever you can. Find some support. Follow these videos because they will definitely teach you some things that will help. But do what you can and try to make that break as soon as you can. Thank you for being here today. Remember our Facebook group, The Happiness Effect. There should be a link below. Click it, join the group. There's some couple of questions you got to answer. If you don't answer the questions, you don't get in the group. So we just want people that want to share their success stories with others, and maybe we can bring us all up to a higher level of happiness and make the world a little bit better place, because that's what this is about. And learning how to trigger that happiness effect not only makes you happier and healthier, it spreads that joy out to those around you. Even people you don't know are brought up to your level of happiness. It's crazy how it works, and we're gonna find out a lot more about that as we go through this. So tell your friends, share these videos, share what I'm teaching you so that others can be just as happy as we are, because that's what life is about, making others as happy as us. I know I say that's what life is about, and there's a lot of things that life is about. It's not one or two things, but I'm gonna say this a lot too. Life is about balance, and you've got to balance everything that happens to you, everything you put in your body, everything that you think, because you're gonna have negative thoughts, you're gonna have positive thoughts. You just want to make the positive the heavier side of the scale, so that when you have a negative thought, you can think 5 happy thoughts that just, boom, now that's gone. You know, the negative's gone, and the positive is what rules the day. So stay positive, my friends. Eat natural foods. Stay balanced by nature. Thank you for staying here. Leave some comments below. And I think that's all I'm going to tell you to do today. Have an awesome, wonderful day. Get outside for 15 minutes and be grateful for at least 3 things today. Write it down. 3 things you're grateful for. Maybe share that with your family. I'm grateful for the snow because it brings me joy. Whatever it is, be grateful for something. Anyway, thank you very much. Stay balanced by nature.